The Korean Airliner incident, from my viewpoint, is not an incident at all. I believe it's a carefully planned and premeditated provocation. I'm not sure whether they did it. They killed 268 people just to get rid of Larry McDonald, but it's feasible. I wouldn't be surprised if they killed more than 60 million of their own men just to implement rotten ideas of Marx and Engels. You know, what would 268 people matter? Second, it is not a military blunder, and the order was not given by military. Never a single military officer of the highest caliber will take responsibility to shoot a civilian airliner. My father was an officer of general staff of the Soviet Army. I know perfectly well what I'm talking about. No officer would take responsibility. He'll be shot tomorrow. Are you kidding? The order was given by a civilian, by party apparatchik of the highest caliber, and I wouldn't be surprised it was Andropov. In any case, Andropov knew perfectly well what went on. The Soviet power structure resembles a triangle. Unlike a love triangle in real life drama, it's a hate triangle. The seats of power are party, Communist Party, the elite, of course, not the rank and file party, but the top of the pyramid. The KGB and the military, they hate each other, and each of them hate the other two. The most powerful is the party. This is the real power. The army and the KGB supposedly are servants of the party and the tools, the instruments of their power. But in fact, sometimes they are the power themselves. Andropov belongs to the most hated triangle, the KGB. My father hated KGB because he was military. Both of them, KGB and military, hate the party. Why? Because unlike in the United States, the party is the most adventuristic people. They want to invade countries. They give the orders for all kinds of adventures outside of USSR borders. They know perfectly well that comes war, they will go to bunkers and eat caviar and enjoy life, whereby military will burn in flames of nuclear war. Marshal Grechko was against invasion into Czechoslovakia because he knew that he will have to demoralize his army. And the first two divisions, after facing the reality and seeing that Czechoslovakia is not being invaded by Americans, will get corrupted. So you have to replace them with other two divisions. And if you stay long enough, you will corrupt the whole Soviet army. He said, no, don't invade Czechoslovakia. But Comrade Brezhnev said, who the hell they are? They think they deserve more sausages and butter. So show them tanks. So he did, he obeyed. The KGB and the army sometimes are in cahoots against the party. The recent rumor that Andropov was shot by son of Brezhnev is an indication that the other two corners of the power structure were really sick and tired of the Andropov's KGB purges. You know, there were purges. Many people lost their jobs, and some were arrested, and some committed suicide in the span of some 10 months since Andropov was sentenced to power. So that gives you an idea of the Korean Airliner incident is premeditated provocation to create an international tension, because the only power on earth which is interested in provoking conflicts and preserving tension is the Soviet junta. That's the only justification of them being in power. If there is no enemy outside, they have to create him. If there is no war, they have to provoke it, to scare the hell out of taxpayers inside, and to keep themselves in power. There are so many theories. One of them is expressed by, I wouldn't say a friend of mine, but I know him. There's another defector, Nikolai Khokhlov, who defected long time before I even joined KGB. He was also a KGB in Western Europe. Now he teaches psychology in one of California universities. He thinks that the Soviet Union developed an ESP, would you believe it, system of influencing the perception and minds of people, and the generators of ESP willpower can be focused on individuals and groups of individuals so efficiently that you can literally focus that beam or whatever it is on a pilot or two pilots or three pilots and convince them that actually they are flying on the safe territory, so there is no need, you can convince them that there is no need to contact the ground-based station, and you can artificially draw the plane by brainwave into the Soviet airspace. Whether it is true or not, I don't know. But I know one thing, that when I was a student and I graduated from Oriental Studies Institute, one of my friends, he was an extremely intelligent Jewish boy. He graduated from the mathematical department of Moscow State University. After 3 years, I returned from India for vacation, and I met him in the during the reception at the Academy of Science, and I said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I'm working in the secret research bureau." You know, the secret, which means basically defense industry, they don't have addresses, they have post box numbers. And I say, "It's not, is it that much secret that you cannot tell me what you research?" He said, "You wouldn't believe me, brain waves." And I never saw him again. ESP, which officially in the Soviet media is described as a pseudoscience and decadent capitalist gimmick to sidetrack the minds of proletariat from the real issues of class struggle. But obviously KGB takes seriously that pseudoscience.